Damn NL. Are you a cookie? Cause chips ahoy. Great comment. NL, would you rather take 1,000,000 in quarters or 250,000 in bills? I'd rather take $1,000,000 in quarters for sure. Why so many of these questions? I mean this with no disrespect. Are like, would you go through a minor inconvenience for a staggering amount of money? The answer is always yes. I'll do what needs to be done. I'll hire the trucks. I'll get a warehouse or something like that. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, that's got to be like a lot of quarters. Bounce me. Still a great shot.
Nice song.
It is 4,000,000 quarters. Okay, it's a lot. Oh, thank God. I mean, I do like a good would you rather question. Would you rather eat 100 hot dogs in a sitting or run a marathon? It's going to sound like presumptuous. I would rather run a marathon, but I'm adding in like a caveat there. I would like, is it okay if I walk some of the marathon? Because I can't run the whole marathon. That's like 4 hours of running. But if it's just you can either eat 100 hot dogs or you complete a marathon, I would rather complete a marathon. Because I could run for like half an hour and then walk for 2 hours and then run for half an hour and then walk for 2 hours and then rinse and repeat until it's done or something. Because I eat like 60-something McNuggets in a single sitting. A hot dog is probably 6 McNuggets by itself. So then adding like 100 on top of that that's just too much. Would you rather eat nothing but Chinese takeout for a week or nothing but McDonald's for a week? You know what I think about from time to time? This is literally just stolen from Twitter, but I think it's an all-time tweet. Morgan Spurlock literally made Super Size Me and had the audacity to go to his doctor, and his doctor said, you have the liver of an end-stage alcoholic, and everyone was like, whoa, McDonald's is so bad for you. And then it turns out this dude was a lifelong alcoholic. He really let his doctor say that shit and put it in the movie. Like, I'm not trying to be moralistic. I'm more just like, you think his ass would be like, you know, can we at least edit that part out? I don't feel good about that. I don't think it was the McDonald's. Anyway, I would probably rather get a week of Chinese takeout, honestly, just because, I mean, at McDonald's, there's not that much variety in the foods. At least with the Chinese takeout, you could go like, you know, you could get some beef broccoli, and then the next day you could be like, let me get some wonton soup or something like that. You could get a more realistic vegetable supply. Would you rather eat a gallon-sized jar of mayonnaise every time a number 1 seeded NBA team wins the finals, or have an explosive bowel movement every time you think, hear, or read the word Paramount? I would definitely rather eat the mayonnaise, even if that ends up being once a year. I hear the word Paramount all the time. Because it'll be like, hey, there's this new shitty show that's coming out on Paramount Plus. Now, inevitably, within the next 3 years, Paramount Plus won't exist. And maybe then I would like to rethink my answer. But for now, I think I'll take the mayonnaise. And I'll just root for like the number 2 seed. Would you rather be a Valorant streamer for the rest of your life, or only be able to speak in Twitch emotes for a year? I'd rather only be able to speak in Twitch emotes for a year. I mean, it would be I'm not going to say that would be a poggers year, but it would be bad. Can I tell you how online pilled I am, by the way? I guess it's mostly just Chibli pilled. My accountant sent me an email on like, what a move from last place here. My accountant sent me an email like last Thursday and was like, hey, we should get a jump on those taxes. It was January 13th. Something like that. Today's Wednesday. We did make the semis. He sent me another email that said, just following up on this. He doesn't know that I've been in the shit, right? Like, so I'm not hating on him. But at the same time, I wanted to reply. Hold on, will we make the finals? I wanted to reply and just, the reply was just going to say, why are you so obsessed with me? I don't think that he would probably dissolve our working relationship if I did that, though. He's trying to avoid the rush in April. Yeah, and I'm trying to avoid the pain and annoyance of doing my taxes right now. If you don't want to be busy in April, then switch professions. or start bugging your other clients to do their taxes faster. Would you rather use email for correspondence? Would you rather use email as your only form of communication or Twitter as your only form of communication for 1 month? No DMs. Well, first off, you're promising me like a good time. I never want to use DMs on Twitter. I mean, this... I'm going to be careful with how I phrase this. People only DM you on Twitter when they want something. And sometimes they want something that I also want. They're like, hey, there's a sponsorship for this thing. Would you be interested? Sometimes they want something that I don't want, which is like, do you want to play our game? And I'm like, no. But the thing is, Twitter has read receipts, which is extremely annoying. Because if I ever read a message and don't reply, the person knows that. Email does not have that. So I would much rather use email. Email can have read receipts. I gotta make some calls. Oh, you have to send the read receipt? Oh, I don't know. Listen, I'm not telecommunications pilled. It's a necessary evil.
Nice shot.
Little hot. No, it's not hot. It's pretty good. It's pretty great, actually.
Nice approach. Nice birdie.
You can turn them off on Twitter. Thank you. You're actually gonna you're gonna change my life. Because now I don't have to do what I do right now, which is if I read the... Because you can get a little preview on Twitter of what's in the body of the message before actually clicking on it. So what I do is I try to derive if I'm interested in the request from the stub. And then if the answer is no, then I never open the stub so they don't get a read receipt that I opened it. So instead, they just spend the rest of their lives wondering, oh, I guess he never checks his DMs. I came here from YouTube to see who Joel is. Chat, can you help him out? Thank you, thank you. That's Joel.
Final round.
Keep it going. Say Joel, everybody. Hey, everybody, say Joel. Keep it going.